Hello, everybody. Welcome. It was a psych investigator. So I hope y'all are enjoying Black Friday. And not that there's, is it an enjoyment? I don't know. Guys, I know, I have an office, right? I haven't been to my office in a while. It was just wonderful. I'm so grateful for everybody. I'm grateful for the group, for everything we have done and everything that has transformed. Okay. I'm just grateful, guys, to have that office. It's so nice. It really was not. And I told you I kind of have to do stuff at home. Long story, but I'm going back, like, reorganizing again. Somebody moved in next to me who is a bit loud, so that's why I haven't been lately, but that's one of the reasons. But I mean, they have many offices in the same building, so I might change, when I come back next year, I may move to a different office. Anyway, the point is that I want to say hello, everybody. And doing a video today about the breaking news about Ukraine. Now, I had seen that there was a so-called corruption investigation. It appears to be legit. But since I saw a lot of the pro-Russia people like pushing this, I'm always a little, to be honest, I'm always suspicious. And so the man who was very close to Zelensky resigned. And of course, the Russians are celebrating. And someone's like, "Oh, I'm afraid that they're going to try to remove Zelensky." And also, but this is not just, I had forgotten about this, guys. Oh my God. It's not the only negative part. Well, that part of the resignation of Zelensky's close aide is one thing, but then Trump, the Telegraph is reporting that Trump is going to formally recognize an area of Ukraine as belonging, as being Russian. Okay. But again, this came out of the Telegraph. It's not confirmed quite yet. And the Telegraph is a British newspaper. And I think I may want to look at that separately because there's so much there. But let me just look into what's happening in Ukraine and Zelensky. Okay. And by the way, someone left a comment saying that, um, oh, it'd be nice, Rose, if you like everybody, give suggestions, but I have if you want more information or summary, I try to leave a summary every video. I think that one video the person complained about didn't have a summary. But I normally have this AI summary, so if you want to see like to know the overview of everything, then look at the first comment under the comment section is the summary. Because when I get into detail, it is very detailed, but I can't just go back and like, oh, here's the right. You can only do that after the fact. But you can read the summary, okay, at the bottom, when the comments start. It's always there before I even post to make the video public. The other thing I wanted to say is this was one thing, and that's right. That's it. Okay, so I know I wanted to say this about the summary, and that's it. I think that's it because I'm not remembering exactly what the other thing was. But let's just go straight to the conversation of the news item. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so Zelensky top aide resigns amid widening corruption scandal. Andrew Yermak, President Zelensky's chief of staff and top peace negotiator, became the highest ranking casualty of an investigation into a vast kickback scheme. President Zelensky's powerful chief of staff, Yermak, resigned on Friday in the highest level political realignment in Ukraine since Russia's all-out invasion nearly 4 years ago. The departure of Mr. Yermak, who had headed Ukraine's negotiating team in peace talks with the Trump administration, put in doubt the future of the latest round of diplomatic efforts by the United States, Ukraine, and European nations to end the war. It also cost Mr. Zelensky, a longtime close ally who had been a behind-the-scenes operator, a political enforcer, and as Ukraine's fortunes in the war slumped, a lightning rod for criticism over much of what had gone wrong, including allegations of theft from state companies. Okay, so there's this whole investigation of embezzlement, blah blah blah. And like I said, I find this suspicious just because of the people who are amplifying it. I always, honestly, I never trust anything that comes from people who amplify Russia. Well, usually, right, it's like, I'm not saying there's 100% lie, but I take with many, many, many grains of salt everything they say because you always have to remember their agenda, their angle. So, okay, so now let's ask because uh somebody was concerned is, oh, well, that doesn't mean that Zelensky is on his way out. No, I don't think so, but we're going to ask. So let me ask this. So 1 second. We did the protection. I'd like to ask for protection, a beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs as I breathe out. I create a circle. I create a circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I'd like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that it create the good and none of the good, and so it is. Okay? All right. So let's go. Let's look at this, the situation. So what does this mean again for Zelensky and the Ukraine resistance against Russia? And like I said, the next video I have to work on is this news. I don't know. Again, it hasn't been verified. I don't know that Trump is going to recognize areas of Ukraine invaded by Russia as being Russian, which is a very, very serious situation. I need to look into that because I always wonder, have we reached the bottom? Meaning, is this when the military is going to do something or what? Where are we? Okay. I have to say, I feel energetically fantastic. So to me, it does not feel like what we're seeing in the world. Does it make sense? So even though objectively you read these things and they sound terrible, I still don't think that they're not they're closer to the end, not us. Okay. All right. But let's ask here again, what does this mean? What does the resignation of Yermak mean for Zelensky and the Ukraine resistance against Russia aggression and invasion? Is Zelensky in danger? So it's interesting, immediately I saw this image of Zelensky. You know how Zelensky is like I would say he's Napoleon, because Napoleon contextually very different, but he's a small man, right, in stature, but he's huge, right? He is just a hero. He's a man who will be in the history books forever, a symbol of courage and all kinds of things. And then but he's very earnest when he talks, and he's in that uniform. Next to him, there's this man, the Yermak man, and it's like it's almost shows me him having these weird like tentacles. They're like these almost like wooden tentacles or something, but he's big, shown as being big and having the tentacles. And I think the tentacles signify all the responsibilities and how he's sort of like Zelensky is the charismatic person. He is the leader. And Yermak is shown to me as being stronger than almost like, and then the tentacles that are like, those dolls that flop, like fabric dolls that have these like cut out, this like wraps around Zelensky and everywhere. And he's taking everything and he's taking over power. He's shown to me as being even more powerful than Zelensky in some ways because he's dealing with everything behind the scenes. And it does show me that he's kind of like too powerful, almost. Okay. Now, it doesn't show me. Then I asked, is Zelensky okay? And what I got was that yes. And I see divinity protecting Zelensky, that he's there. He is meant to. It's saying he's going to be there until the end. That's what I get. Okay. And then what, but what happens next? So, and it's saying there was slowly, it shows me that Russians were involved in some ways in like pushing, like relentlessly pushing people and doing this and that, but they're not succeeding. And I don't think so. So let me ask, let's ask about Zelensky because ultimately that's what matters. Like that's what we care about, right? Zelensky and Ukraine. And again, I think I need to ask, I have a new video. This is not going to be a very long video, by the way, but a new video just about the situation with Trump on not making that announcement. So, what does this mean for Zelensky? And what is Zelensky's situation like and Ukraine's situation also? Okay. So let's see here. Oh, and I got new cards. I went to the office and I got some new old cards. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab them. Okay, so let's see here. So this is like the Italian cards I haven't used in quite a while. So we'll see. They have some interesting cards also, these, so it'll be interesting to see what they're showing. All right, so let's see. So what does this mean for Zelensky and the resistance? Okay. So I already saw it, right? Like, you know what? Actually, let me ask the second part. Okay, what does it mean for, no, it's saying, so what does it mean for this? There's against, no, it's saying that Russia is pushing the propaganda, but they're not doing as well as they claim. Okay. And it's a war. There are always battles and wars, but okay, it reminds, okay, no, you guys know I have this weird obsession with the Vietnam War. And there's a general, Vietnamese general named General Giap, Giap. And he's known to have been a brilliant strategist. And he was asked, or I don't know if he was asked or because I I do not speak Vietnamese. Are you surprised? I thought Rosie spoke perfect Vietnamese. No, of course not. I have no idea. So it's actually very hard. I'm obsessed about General Giap, but it's difficult to find a lot of information. He wrote, so I have some of his books about him, and one book I think that he wrote. But the point is that he said about the Vietnam War, we did not win every battle, but we won the war. And that's the most important thing in wars, right? That you can lose some battles, but you have to win the war. Important information. Important. Huh? So that's the moment that we're in. Even if they can claim a lot of it is propaganda, and we know they can't even pay, Russia cannot pay soldiers. They're not paying their soldiers, like even. They're doing great. And it's so weird. No, this is for another thing. Like the news media never reports what's happening in Russia. Have you noticed? Like, oh, Putin does this, Putin does that, but they don't talk about what comes out that it's a mess over there. They don't have any money. The are crashing and all that. No, they all talk about Putin as if he's like, right, is the devil, the man. My God. Okay, so let's see. So anyway, so Zelensky, no, I don't feel like it changes. I think Ukraine is still strong. That's what I feel like. I don't see them losing. No. Oh, okay, so let's see. All right, so let's see here. Child, thief, letter, interesting. So again, what does it mean for new development, new beginning? Letter. Okay, information about another child could mean the new beginning of this. Let's see one more. Or maybe there's a new person they want to put in. Surprise. Tell me more. Journey. Lover, that's right. This man could be Andre. Frivolity. Frivolity is also means that something is not serious, but it could mean that the investigation itself is not serious. But let's see more. A lot of money, work, woman. There's a woman that they're saying that could be, I saw her picture, could be the take his place, the place of Andre Yermak. Okay, so This is a little Normans also that I haven't used in a while because they were in my. And it's interesting, I have to say, for people that are starting or learning, I actually, it's a beautiful set, but I actually like these better because the most important thing with Lenormand at the beginning is the numbers. You have to be able to see the numbers very clearly. So the other ones are better for that. So let's see. But let's see what they are saying here. Cardes. Opportunity. Okay. Let's see. Opportunity. Okay. Government. Get what they want. Okay. So it could be positive. And this. Okay. Military. That's right. Official. Party. Gambling. Interesting. Or losing. That's right. Okay. And day. Yeah. Now, yeah, it could be mean corrupt behavior. Now let's talk about Zelensky himself. So this is a situation, right, that it came out that in fact it's like it's real, like that there was a reason for the guy to lose the job. But now let's see what happens to Zelensky next. Okay, what's going on with Zelensky? What happens to Zelensky next? What happens to Zelensky? What's going on with Zelensky? Oh, uh-oh, creating an ending. Getting justice. Okay, good. Now, also, this death upside down could mean that he could have averted an ending or averted his own, what I'm saying? But that the star upright, excellent. Justice also, he gets karma, like he gets his due, and he gets the dream, he gets the thing that he wanted. And it's a something that he averted an ending, right? I hope you can see. Sometimes I can't see the screen from here, but all right. Loyal enemy deal. And that the end, okay, could the enemy tell me more about this enemy? Somebody, yeah, that's right. So they almost as if they could also have involved the guy that he was close to with this like corruption. Let's see here. Changes, guilty. Okay, because of it could be the financial corruption. But again, I'm not expecting any like perfection from Zelensky or anything like that. I think it's wife means business partners. Okay, love, messenger. Yeah. So I think that this could even be the allies, like EU. He's the messenger of love. I really believe it, honestly. And I don't see, I mean, I think you have the hardship, which is the condition of war in a way, and what he's dealing with, right? But that here is for a long time. I feel like, okay, this could be even NATO, like important deals are going to come for him. I think God is on the side of Zelensky. No, I think nothing could stop him, really. Meaning, like but if you look at it in the big picture, okay, not in the sense of like, oh, one day, somebody did or something that was like bad for him or makes him look bad. I just think that Ukraine is meant to win. I feel it in my bone. And I think if you look at the fact that Russia owns propaganda and all the corruption, like really the worst people, then it become, I get more, it's like more relaxed. Okay. I feel like I think Ukraine will be vindicated. I don't see them giving up. No. Let me just ask, is okay, is let's just ask it. No, you know what I got immediately as I was typing this? I saw this image of Zelensky and like as Trump and Putin is trying to take down Ukraine and him, they are the ones that fall. This is how protected he is. God is on the side of Zelensky. Okay, really. So, all right, let's look. Let's look. And I feel very strongly about it. Okay, so oh, wow, look, Emperor, shady person. That's right. So the question is Zelensky willing to give up? How's waiting? Okay, okay, see though he's waiting. The White House it could be the White House waiting, but then the foe is the enemy. upside down, exposed. Okay. And here we have the lovers. So he's waiting. This is a situation of Zelensky has to wait and deal with this crap, right? That has been dealt. Sad news. Oh, judge. Ideas that, oh, plans. Let's see. This is exactly, remember they had the 20-point peace plan. That's what it is here. Sad news, judge about here talking about the deal with the spy. Now here it's so interesting because you have this card. Is the enemy, just like this card is the enemy, right? So we have the enemy, the plans by the enemy. So deal is being talked about, but here is the snake. So no. So okay, so let's see. That's right. So no. So no. Let's just ask. Is what's happening to Russia as far as the war is concerned next? Oh, here it is. It's treachery. Okay, so let's just quickly ask. Treachery. Wow, look at this. Treachery. Now they have to deal with move beyond poverty, and this is be careful what you ask for. Corruption. Okay. Now here is the illness in private theft, which is what they do all the time. See, they're all, like treachery, theft. That's their game. Okay. Then we have here recognition of an ending. It's over for them of man. Which man? And then for him? Which man here? Man government? Really? What? Somebody has signed? Wow, it shows me, guys, a vision I had years and I've had it before of Putin in a transparent glass coffin. That's what I see when I ask, what is this coffin? For who? For who? Not me, not our country. Not country. Okay. It's not funny, I'm laughing, but not funny, no. What's missing here? What am missing here? Okay, sad for them, sad for Ra. Oh no, gift upside down. That's right. Oh, wow. Death of the merchant, of the businessman here. Interesting. The corrupt is what happens to businessmen. I love Russia. I travel to Russia often. I find them to be very straightforward business people. Yes, because you have not met a building. You see that over there? There is a tall building. That would heavens. When you say bad things, you do business with us, and you don't do what we want. Okay, so interesting. Look at that side for them. Look, this is a gift upside down, like debt, right? Good debt, and also that leads to ending of the merchant. Ah, interesting. Is that look Witkov went? Oh, hmm. But this is the plan I had. I had a plan. It was a 20-piece plan. Then death came. Oh no, really? Look at this on the same position. Russia doing great. Doing great. Devil says doing great, Russia. Doing great. No. So I'm not worried. It feels like this I feel strongly about this. It's going to be okay. I know it's like we're dealing with the devil. The devil is out there. The Bible is true. It's true. False prophets, devil is everywhere. We're living with in the world where they are thriving up to a point because God is always more powerful. And that is what the message is today. Remember what's within, remember what's with the light, and that which is with the light shall prosper, shall win. All right, so that was the message of this Friday. Mhm. All right, so see you tomorrow. Bye.